right, everybody, welcome back to Stinker, Drinker, Thinker. We're three guys. We pour some pours, we make some cocktails, and we rank them in this ridiculous ranking system that we've developed known as the Stinker, Drinker, Thinker. And really, it's just an honesty system that we use to tell you if stuff is good or if it's bad or if it's worth you sitting around and thinking about. So I am your host, the only host, Anthony Longano. I'm joined here by my two guests. No, I'm sorry. My two co-hosts. I love that sweater, the gray sweater, shirt wearing.
Classic.
It's a classic. This is Troy, the body of Gladi. Troy, say hello, please.
Greetings. How are you all?
Can we talk tonight? None of us can talk.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing?
This is the first time in like 3 fucking months that me and Matt have not matched.
Well, we kind
of. None of us matched?
Actually, if you add Troy and me and you up.
We match somewhere. Yeah, so this is Matt McKibble, everyone.
Hey.
Say hello to Matt.
Hello, Matt. Hi, Matt.
Matt, say hello back, please.
Hi, hello, it's so nice to see you all. I am so happy you are here.
Cool. The reason why we haven't gotten you any content lately, as far as episodes, because Matt's been a world traveler. He's been on vacation. He's been to funerals. He's been to Total Wines. He's been everywhere you could think of.
I went to every Total Wine in the entire country.
Yep. And stopped at every funeral he could find on the way.
TWT, the Total Wine Tour.
Honestly, all of us.
Can we go to TWT sometime? Okay. All right.
All of us were doing vacation stuff. Me and Troy spent a week in Kentucky. Matt was in Michigan with his family.
Michigan City, Indiana, the greatest place on earth.
That's a weird little city.
That's
blue
so
chip
weird.
casinos over there.
How did you know?
Yeah, because I've been there.
There's also West New York and New Jersey.
There's a place called Ohio Pile in Pennsylvania, as we learned a few months back,
and
too.
a California in Pennsylvania.
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Paris, Ohio. Paris, Indiana. Anyway,
we have a special guest tonight. Once again, we are joined by our friend Lindsay Neilson. Lindsay, say hello, please.
Hello.
Lindsay
Hello, everyone.
is not matching anyone's because she's wearing sweatpants.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
and a very comfortable sweater.
Athleisure.
Is this a sweater or a jacket?
It's both.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a swacket.
It's everything.
I was going to say swacket, jetter. I don't know where
I don't think swacket's beatable.
Swacket, jacket,
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
You should, Mal can embroider that on there for you, and you can just
Swacket.
do that at your job.
I might.
Brand something called a swacket. I'll take 13%, and we're done.
I think they call it a shacket.
Shacket.
That's a
Is it a shirt?
shirt jacket.
Is that an industry term?
Yes.
Okay. Lindsay works in the fashion business.
But I like swacket.
Or the design business, fashion design. Anyway, we'll get there.
Don't worry about it.
Since the dawn of this podcast, we've been talking about having Lindsay on here.
It's actually true.
Like literally, like when we put a list of guests together of who we wanted on here, I think you were literally the first person we talked about.
I actually have that list still, and I can confirm.
And then I had to muscle my way in. So what happened?
We just got famous. Like our ranking system is
went
now.
to our head, you know?
We are
Me
now
too.
world renowned. Lindsay, you're fucking late.
So we went to the Eiffel Tower, and we saw it written on the Eiffel Tower. We're like, man, we really made it. They inscribed it. They etched into the Eiffel Tower.
And it's so weird because like if you had to rank France, it literally stinks there. It's
Oh, no, I
smells-
was talking about
Paris, Indiana.
I was talking about the Eiffel Tower in Vegas. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not world renowned. We're U.S. famous.
I mean, we got fans all over the world. Do I need to bring up the list?
What are we doing tonight?
I don't know, Matt. What are we doing tonight?
I actually have no idea what we're doing tonight. Tonight, we're going to do a really awesome pour of something that I believe you guys picked up in Kentucky.
Yep.
And then Lindsay's going to make some
couple cocktails.
Lindsay is cocktail extraordinaire, cocktail queen, cocktail, whatever you want to call it.
What's your background there? Like, where did that start?
Okay, so I bartended for a number of years in my youth. I don't know. It feels like it was a million years ago, but it wasn't
12
really
years
that long
old,
ago.
just slinging drinks behind the bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
But honestly, all the places that I worked were like shitty sports bars where I could just sling really easy drinks and make a lot of money. So I wasn't really making anything fancy. So once I stopped, I kind of then started doing fancier drinks and getting more into like seasonal flavors and stuff like that. Certainly not as whiskey and bourbon knowledgeable as you all are. But
wait, there's other cocktails besides whiskey and bourbon? I don't know what you're talking about, Lindsay.
That is a great segue for me to announce our new shirt that's coming out.
There's a new shirt?
Yeah,
There's a new shirt?
It says Vodka Blows, drink whiskey. It'll be on the store soon.
Is it actually spelled vodka or soon vodka?
Vodka. Yeah.
Followed up soon by a shirt I'm trying to design. I've been trying to design for about a year now.
The Cracker Brick shirt. We'll get there. Yeah. So a quick story about Lindsay. Cocktail doctor number 1, that's me. And then Tail Doctor number 2 was close. Destroy the Body of a Glotty. Last Thanksgiving, we went over to Lindsay's house, and Lindsay beat us both in a cocktail competition.
That's true. I was a judge.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's only because I forgot the bitters. I would have won, but
Sure.
just forgot the
Forgotten
special bitters. Yeah.
How much training does it need to be like a cocktail associate?
You're an intern.
Intern? Okay.
Yeah, you're in
Like,
training.
I work for
To
free.
be fair on that contest,
Unpaid.
though, too, Troy didn't know how to count his votes, so he could have won. We don't know.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
But
Yeah.
his drink
Yeah.
also like sucked. So
Well, that's also true.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't know.
We're
But there's
all
always
drinking.
this Thanksgiving to redeem yourself.
yeah, and
Okay.
it's coming up.
We're
and
doing it.
My God, it is almost
I've
a-
gotten better.
You should make that. If you
At
make that drink you
cocktails?
made me last night,
Yeah.
it's game over, dude.
Hey, I've heard legends of the cocktail you made.
that is
last
the
night.
best-
Okay.
I think I came up with another one today.
I tried
but-
to get out of the cocktail competition this Thanksgiving, and
No.
Anthony said I'm not allowed.
No, it's because like she just wants to hold on to her title. And it's like, well, I won.
But then
you know,
I passed the title
no,
off. I mean,
no,
yeah.
that's you don't pass the title. You got to compete. You
Well,
got
we
to.
could do a crown if you
No,
want.
that's not how
Can we do a
competition
tiara?
works. You need to defend your crown, and we'll take it from you. It's fine. We're
Like
gonna
Iron
lay the
Chef.
smackdown on your Rudy Poo candy ass during the cocktail competition, and it's as simple as that.
It'll be really
I'm
fun
into
when I
it.
win again.
Yeah. Anyway,
You will. That's fine.
so guys, I'm
I'll have all
really
the girls'
super excited about this.
What are we drinking?
We're drinking the 2022 Four Roses limited edition small batch.
Say what?
My
Yes,
God.
Say
which
what?
probably hasn't hit your stores yet. I know they're going to start shipping. This is literally, we got this at the distillery last week. We entered the lottery for it and were able to pick it up at a cool $179, which
Good week.
is a great price for this.
Guys, you just kind of glossed over the fact that I won the fucking lottery.
Well, you didn't even know you were in the
You
lottery.
used my email address that I created.
Time out.
So
Time out.
Email address.
The email. I'm the one who entered the competition.
I know, but I created the email address. I'm
I got
kind of
fucked
responsible.
out of this bottle last year, and you got it, and I didn't fucking ring your ass about it. This is my bottle.
They
Well, the
asked
name-
me for my ID.
I was gonna say the name
Yeah.
did say Troy on it.
Who
so-
paid for it?
Troy.
That's
Troy
right.
did legally. Troy paid for it.
Yeah, legally. No, they knew it. No, and they even asked him flat out when I swiped the credit card. They were like,
She could tell. Yeah.
"Yeah, it's like you're getting this for him," and he was like, "Well,
We're on a podcast
yes,
together.
exactly how I
Oh.
sound.
But like she knew we were up to
He's my
something
boyfriend.
because that was the
You don't want to know what I had to do for this bottle.
Four Roses is a great vibe. It's like I think it's Lawrenceburg, Kentucky is where it's technically at, and they just
There's a couple. The
Yeah.
tasting room and the different places.
yeah. But I mean, the bottling facility is in Bardstown, or Fremont, I think is technically the location, but it's in Bardstown. It's right next to Jim Beam, like literally 2 miles down the road. So, but obviously we went to the actual distillery, and it's great. It's like this beautiful Spanish missionary type of vibe. We got an awesome tour there.
I've had a Spanish missionary before.
Is that a cocktail or a person? I don't know how to react. I don't know how to
We'll
react to
uncover
this.
oh,
See, hey Siri, remind me to talk.
Lindsay tends to throw the sexy out there sometimes, just for our
So
viewers.
for our viewers who
I
don't
haven't started
know,
drinking yet.
Yeah,
we
it's
have a
amazing.
YouTube. If your name is Lindsay and you don't know we have a YouTube, we have a YouTube. So if you want to see this conversation,
Yeah.
and Lindsay bring the sexy back, I guess.
I'm bringing sexy back with sweatpants.
You know?
And we'll get back to the Four Roses story here in a second, but on that YouTube, you'll probably see, we're not going to announce it on this episode, but if you're following us on social media, we're going to launch a pretty big campaign to get to 1,000 subscribers on there, which is going to include a ridiculously good giveaway. And I think a sample of this bottle is going to be included in that giveaway. So stay tuned there. Share it with your friends. We'll get all that in later.
Subscribe.
Yeah. But so we went there. We got there. I think we were there on Thursday. That was our 5th distillery. We went to that first, and we went to Buffalo Trace that same day, which is really cool. Spent about 4 hours at Buffalo
We'll have
Trace.
to do, yes, I know. We'll have to
Yep.
do a large episode about.
Yeah,
the
we
trip,
will.
'cause,
And
yeah.
before I forget it all,
Yeah.
but we went there on. So they didn't have these bottles there on Thursday when we went. We couldn't pick it up technically till Saturday, so we had to drive all the way back from East Louisville.
I'm sure Troy
to-
was really sad he had to go back to Four Roses. Troy. I'm sorry that must have been hard on you, but
Yeah, it was quite, excuse me, quite inconvenient.
Yeah. Got a couple private barrel picks too, which I'm excited about. Got a couple different recipes. Some lady hit my car in the parking lot there, but she was super sweet. Like her door hit my door, and she came in like while I'm buying one of those barrel picks from.
did you buy one for you?
And no, it was too small, and like my lease is gonna cover it. Like and I just felt she was so nice and so kind, and like honest I didn't want to, But I was like, she came up and tapped me on the shoulder. I was checking out. And, like, I didn't know how bad it was, so I looked at the lady who was ringing us up, and I was like, I might be back in a second. She might be behind buying me another one.
How did she know it was you?
I guess they saw me. They literally walked in right behind us type of deal. Okay. So, but, again, beautiful vibe there. Tasting was awesome. The tour guide was super knowledgeable. They have a lot of output there, a lot. They use wooden fermenters. They're like big barrels. Like huge barrels. I posted some pictures of it and some videos of it. But it's crazy. This bottle is like, probably the rarest Four Roses offering, I would imagine.
The rarest yearly release.
Yes. And there's only 15,600 bottles of this.
Yeah.
So how many people won the lottery?
They only do it a handful of those. I think there was...
while you guys were there.
No, so it's an online... So that's an interesting topic. So
you didn't have to be there.
Right. A lot of distillers are switching over to online lotteries. So you essentially enter the lottery, and then if you win, then you can go to the distillery.
Then you have to go.
You have to go there,
Before,
though.
they'd have people camping out, like Old Forester, people camping out for days, and they just kind of get away from that because it's dumb.
But this year's release is bottled at 109. It features a 20-year-old bourbon from the OBSV recipe, a 15-year-old from the OESK recipe, a 14-year-old from the OESF, and a 14-year-old from the OESV. So it's old shit.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
And I'm super fucking pumped about it, especially after I got screwed out of last year's release, which we've talked about on here before.
You get to try it at least. That's all right.
Troy, I'm going to let you do the honors since, I used your name and ID.
This is Troy's bottle, so he's going to bring it home.
It's not his fucking bottle, and we're going to make that very clear. That bottle belongs to me.
But next year when we win...
And I'm happy to share it.
Next year when I win again, I'll give it to Troy.
Okay.
You can use my old Hotmail email address. If
Hey,
you
do you have GeoCities I can borrow? Or
GeoCities.
All right, Troy, let's listen to this. We even left the plastic on.
I haven't touched it since I brought it home.
You know how many bottles you in total got?
Well, I was
Kentucky?
there for both of us.
Yeah, just
in
total.
Alden.
Yeah.
I think I came home with 3 cases.
Oh, 16 per, 12 per?
12 per. Yeah, I came home with 3. I actually, it was probably close to 25 bottles.
Damn.
And I would have came home with more, but we drank some of it.
How many bottles do you have now, Matt? Are we not keeping track?
A little over 300.
Oh, wow.
That sounded like a good pop.
And that was one of them.
It's gone now?
Yeah. Oh, I finished. All right.
So, Lindsay, while he's pouring, do you have, like... First of all, I don't think you understand how lucky you are. to not only be in our presence, but second of all, to be drinking this. But do you have any like bourbon experience, like drinking wise?
I have experience drinking it. Yes,
I can attest to that.
Yeah,
I've seen her drink whiskey.
Yeah. No, not really. Like I've been to a couple distilleries before, and I've obviously just drank it, straight, and I've drank it in plenty of cocktails, and I don't really know a whole lot beyond like what I've been taught at the distilleries that I've been to.
Yeah.
Which I've been to Old Forester and Bullet. I think maybe another one, but I can't remember. I don't know. It's always, I don't know. What can I say? I like it. And I haven't met many that I didn't like.
That's good.
Yeah.
If you had a preference,
mm-hmm.
would there be one that you would like gravitate towards, and how would you drink it?
Well, I tend to really like to use Basil Hayden in a cocktail, but I'm not sure that would be my like number one drinking straight. And I'm not like chasing bottles like you guys are with the super like rare stuff. So I can't say there's a particular one that would be my favorite to just drink like this.
Yeah.
But maybe this will be it.
I hope not, because you'll never find it again. If you do.
No, I know exactly where to find it.
Just come on over to Anthony's.
I got cameras, bitch.
Just see a tiptoe against sweatpants.
Come on. Lindsay, get the fuck out of my house.
All wearing all black, covering everything, but just wearing the sweatpants. I know the sweatpants anywhere.
And the shacket.
Yeah.
Black face, man. This smells.
It's all right. Anyway, moving on.
Smells incredible.
It is Oaky and sweet and jammy and fruity
and it's got that classic like Four Roses vanilla cream kind of thing.
Definitely smells vanilla.
I don't hate it.
No. It's gonna be great.
It is definitely woody. I will attest to that.
Yeah. I think we're also some of the first people online reviewing this too, which is kind of
Wow.
cool.
I hope this edit video comes out soon then.
I feel like the way that I know bourbon is the same way that I know wine, which is like going to wineries, hearing about how it's made, learning all the terminology, but I'm no Troy sommelier at the end of the day. And I'm like,
Well, today it could be
like
the
some
day.
grass and cat pee.
But you can just make it up. That's the thing. You can just make it up.
Exactly.
Very accurate.
Yeah. But do you get anything that jumps out at you or anything you...
Well, I'm not the person that's good at like naming.
No, I mean...
When I was pregnant, they threw me a baby shower at work, and I couldn't identify banana baby food. Even
Banana
though
can be tricky sometimes.
it's fucking yellow and tastes and smells like bananas. So
Yellow might give it away, but...
I'm not really good at that.
I was just checking last year's proof. It was 114 versus this
Well,
is
hotter.
109. So
Yeah.
yeah. I was curious.
Something interesting that me and Troy did learn at a tasting that we did at Barstown Bourbon Company, which is a fucking incredible place. Very happy. We spent a lot of time there too. But the way when you're tasting stuff, especially stuff that's maybe barrel proof like this, that's a little bit higher in alcohol content, put your tongue in the roof of your mouth
Oh yeah.
and pour the liquid underneath your tongue, and then put your tongue down on top of it and swallow. And what it does is it keeps all the heat underneath your tongue and on the side of your tongues, and then the flavors of the whiskey are in the roof of your mouth and on top of your tongue.
That was hard to drink like that.
It's a pain in the butt, but
Oh, yeah. It's
Isn't
really
there
difficult.
something about
But-
that with wine too, where you're supposed to smell it with your mouth open, and maybe are you supposed to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth for that as well?
You put your
Making
tongue in
that
the
up.
glass, actually. You go...
Well, honestly, much less so in wine than whiskey, in my experience.
Really?
Yeah, I think that because wine is so much more aromatic
Yeah.
than well, it's a lot more aromatic because it's so much less so much less alcohol that when you try and swirl a glass of whiskey like you would a glass of wine, the majority of what you would be getting if you like really intensely swirled it would be the ethanol and the vapors.
Yeah.
And then as a result, when you're drinking whiskey, and you're a little bit less intensely swirling, I think it helps accentuate the aromas to open your mouth as you are smelling. But with wine, I think it's just a little bit less necessary because it's kind of coming at you
Right,
more
no matter what,
aggressively
yeah.
than whiskey is.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. But
Well,
everything about this is incredible, and it keeps getting better. You can taste how old it is,
it tastes very woody. It's
Yeah.
very like
but it's not over oaked whatsoever,
No.
in my opinion.
a lot of sweet oak.
Yeah.
It is honestly a tidbit thinner than I was expecting.
Especially with a 20-year-old.
Yeah. It's a little bit, not watery, but it is a little bit thinner than I was expecting.
The finish is incredible too. It's long, and it's got like a good coat. Super sweet.
It's got a shacket on.
It's not a shacket.
Definitely a
It's-
shacket.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bougie shacket whiskey.
The finish is so incredibly long.
it's
It
yeah.
is.
Still happening.
I don't hate it.
No, I mean,
You know about a long finish.
are you just
I love the commentary. It's my favorite part.
are you just gonna say,
It's fine. You know what, Anthony? It's all right. It's no shacket.
fine? Then
but-
give me your fucking bottle.
Okay.
From last year.
I'll trade you.
No.
Actually, I think I like mine better.
Is it also a skinny 20-year-old?
It's a thin 20-year-old.
Thin 20-year-old.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Shallow.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable.
It's very enjoyable. I don't know. I would say if you can find it at MSRP, absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
If you can find it for $300, I would say maybe worth it, depending on your collection
If
status.
you're collection whiskey, yeah.
But the nose is great. The palate is awesome. The finish is probably my favorite part of
I
it.
was gonna say it's really like staying on there for
Yeah.
a long time.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Question for you guys. Most of their single barrel cask strength stuff
Mhm.
seems to be around like the 10, 12 year range. Is that accurate?
usually 10
usually
plus
10.
years.
Usually it's 10. for a lot of the single barrel certain recipe releases. Sometimes they get up to 11, and they do special releases for 16 and 20 year.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
was
they did
basically kind of sort of my question.
They did a
was like,
charity release, a 16-year-old, a couple months ago. I think for floods in Kentucky, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
And then last year they did a special release 20 year.
No, they did that for the tornado relief last year.
Tornado?
The floods. They didn't do anything for the floods
There's
yet because the floods only happened a couple months ago.
They did. I think it was a 16 year, and they did
Yeah.
20 year before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, essentially, I was just kind of curious if they took, like, for instance, how this is comprised of 20 year and 14 year and whatnot. Like, if they actually did any single barrel releases of those whiskeys,
Just
or
super limited stuff.
I think they honestly just keep those barrels for probably this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is like
but the other stuff. I mean, the real question was, do they do single barrel old?
No.
shit? Well,
they not for regular, right? Not for
That's
like
what I'm
not
saying,
for everyday
yeah.
shelf
At
things.
all.
The two picks that we got while we were down there, the barrel picks that they released at the distillery, one was 10 years, 3 months, and one was 10 years,
Yeah.
5 months.
11-1 or 11-2 is the oldest on a regular basis that I've seen.
Okay.
But 10, like mid 10s, is pretty average.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think I was watching it's Brent Elliott, right? I think is the master distiller.
Mhm.
Watching some interview with him a while back, and he's like, "This is my fun project because I get to every bottle, like or every barrel, I just get to go there and just pick whatever I want and make. This is my
Batch
Yeah.
together,
this
yeah.
is my thing, yeah.
Do they? And I mean, sorry if this is a really
Oh, ask
silly
away.
question, but maybe it's not for the audience. Is it if it stays longer than 20 years? Like, would a 30-year be even better? Would a four? or it
The
just
problem is
depends?
that the liquid's not going to stay in the barrel that long
Okay.
because, like, if you fill a 53-gallon barrel with distillate,
Mhm.
the barrel sucks up. What were they saying? It sucks up, 15 gallons of it within the first 2 hours. It's in there, gets absorbed
Right.
into the wood, and then obviously depending on where it is in the warehouse, the actual evaporation process
Sure.
of what's in there is long, either longer or shorter based on heat and height in the rick house. But like a 20-year whiskey, if they put 53 gallons in there, when they at 20 years, they're going to get maybe 20 gallons out of it. So you can, like, at 30
Good fact.
years.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see barrels of
Let's say
Pappy
less than
like
that.
25 or whatever. That's just like
Right.
a sliver of whiskey left,
Yeah.
and they have to also hope that if they let it go that long,
That it.
that it didn't over oak or it doesn't have
Yep.
off flavors and all that. So
Yeah.
like, not only
So
just
20 is kind of a sweet spot. Maybe
20 is pretty darn old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
10
honestly,
years,
great
like-
question.
And
though.
it is,
Yeah.
that is a fantastic question. And 20 could, I mean, I maybe had two 20-year-old whiskeys that I actually thoroughly enjoyed that weren't over oaked.
Yeah.
Like Pappy, and honestly, this one is
Yeah.
fucking really good.
Yeah.
And
well, it also depends on class. So like Texas, 2 year is like
Right.
insanely dark and like
Yeah.
super oaky. But in Kentucky, yeah, I mean 10 to 20 years is pretty good to
I
go
was
usually.
really
so.
surprised when I went to the Bullet Distillery, at least at the time. I don't know if it's still like this, where they had all their barrels was a building that looked like it could fall down.
Yeah,
at
oh
any
yeah, a
moment.
rick house. Yeah,
yeah, they're called
Yeah.
rick houses. Yep.
I was just like,
I was having a panic attack in the one in
doesn't
Buffalo
seem
Trace, dude.
safe.
yeah.
Yeah, we were in warehouse. Was it warehouse C?
Yeah.
And that was the one that got hit by the tornado, and still stayed up. And it's like a 200-year-old
Damn.
building.
Yeah. The colonel built it with his bare fucking
Yeah,
hands.
fucking Colonel E.
Back in the 18.
Taylor.
Mm.
Yeah. Back in 18.
Welcome to my
whatever.
rick house. You want some liquor?
Beer, I take it. I got C.
But
Yeah.
you know how it's like old cars, they're more durable. I don't know.
I don't know. That place
Old
that
rick
got hit
house.
by a tornado and they didn't lose a single barrel. And I think that house in particular, I think they said like 70,000 barrels. So we're in the bottom floor of this 200-year-old building with 500-pound barrels stacked to the ceiling, and there's 70,000 of them in there. And I mean, like, we were literally standing with like OFC and Pappy and William LaRue Weller. We actually saw them batching the antique series while we were there too, which was kind of cool. Like, I literally was sitting on a
Make a
bottle
bottle.
of WL Weller. No, it was in the barrels. They were bottling it. They were going to dump it and bottle it
Sitting
that
on a
day.
bottle.
Yeah,
That's what he likes.
but it was really cool, man. That was anyway. But we need to do a proper review of this whiskey so we can move on.
All right,
Yeah.
Four
Okay.
Roses, small batch, limited edition to 2022. What do
You
you
won't
think?
be able to get it, but
You'll never get it. But what does Anthony think?
just in case.
I think it's a drinker thinker. I'm gonna put drinker first, thinker second, just because I mean it's definitely worth sitting and thinking about what's going on, but it is so drinkable, so approachable, and the finish is still happening. I haven't taken a sip of this in maybe 2 minutes, and I'm in love.
Oh, you're hearing the songs, just angels.
Oh
And
my God.
Yeah,
just,
worth it. Super sweet, caramel, brown sugar, perfect. I think it's honestly the perfect heat, and
It is very nice.
Yep.
It's warm but not hot.
Yeah.
such a sweet, oaky
It's caressing.
finish. It's great.
Mhm.
So, Troy, what do you got?
Gosh, sensual.
I feel like
No.
I said this same thing when we did the 2021,
We'll have to go back and review. Cut to clip here. I don't think we have it on YouTube though.
but I think you also just said it. But I'm in love. I fucking love it.
Wow.
I pretty much love the majority of what Four Roses does. It just it's that sweet spot. I think it's a sweet spot for age and for style. It's got it's got the oak spice and it's got proof is perfect. Age. I mean, I don't know. It's everything that I want in fucking bourbon all the time. So I'm gonna call it a drinker thinker as well.
I'm gonna say make this $50 and I'll drink it every day. That's
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
exactly.
say. Yeah, that sucks. That's so hard to find. But drinker thinker as well, and yeah, it is genuinely enjoyable to drink. I'm just sitting here like I'm just casually having a conversation and like I just find myself just sipping on. I don't drink that much, and I would drink the shit out of this. I'm not gonna lie. Also, you gotta take the smile factor. I think I'm gonna write out the smile factor. When you sip a whiskey, does it make you smile?
Oh.
The answer is yes.
Is that your new slogan you were working on when you were doing the Total Wine Funeral Tour?
How long has the current master distiller been there?
Brent?
Not long. Yeah,
Okay.
Brent hasn't been there long.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
'cause
so he's had
I
no
think Jim.
hand
I
in
think like 10
making-
years.
something like that. Yeah, they did a lot of like when Jim left, they did a lot of like super limited. Like he just went around like just like release a bunch of stuff. It's like
Yeah.
here you go, here have everything. Like
Here.
oh god, okay.
Jim was probably. We saw Jim's house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we saw
you
his.
see all the people lined up at the door.
to suck his cock. Yeah. We saw his cock sucking shack too. It's hidden on a hill behind Four Roses. Jim Rutledge, literally his day job is just.
Anyway, moving on. All right. So Lindsay, what do you think about this whiskey?
And they'll never be back.
And they'll never be
again.
back. Sorry, all of my viewers. My viewers, not yours.
I think it's absolute garbage. No.
Good. Honest opinion. Don't let us influence you if you don't like it.
Oh man.
No, I'd
did
say
Jim not
for
call you
me-
back after you left the shack or what?
Oh!
Dang.
I promise I'll
I
do
didn't
anything
call
for a
Jim
bottle,
back.
Jim. Yeah.
I would say for me, it's more of a thinker than a drinker. I don't know that I'd want to have like this all night long, but I do like that slow burn, like after taste. And it's got me thinking about like, what are the flavors in this? I don't know. I can't identify anything, but it does have me thinking about it. So yeah,
It's good
for
the,
me,
I
a
think,
thinker.
I think it's good for the season because
I agree.
It's a little folly.
yeah,
Yeah, it's your
Audible.
pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah. PSL all day.
Hey, I know you really put a lot of time into this whiskey. Sorry, Brent, but I'm gonna put some pumpkin spice latte flavoring in it.
Literally gonna go to
I would
Starbucks,
definitely
order a
put
pumpkin
shot
spice
of
latte.
this in a
Yep.
pumpkin spice latte. No, I've never
be
had a
fucking
pumpkin
amazing.
spice latte.
Ever?
As a matter of fact, no,
Really?
never.
Ever.
No.
Wow.
I
I'm
know,
actually
it's
impressed.
weird.
I'm genuinely impressed.
I could see you being one of those people that like makes like organic pumpkin spice lattes from scratch in your house.
I
Because
do make frappuccinos at home sometimes, but I've never made a pumpkin. For some reason, pumpkin flavor very specifically to me. Like I like pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin beer, which is
Yeah.
very
Oh,
basic
God.
bitch of me,
Me too.
but delicious.
It's like my favorite kind of beer.
But there's something about the like syrups in coffees I just don't really like.
Well, speaking of you making stuff,
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Let's do a little.
What
do you know what you're? I mean,
Talking about pumpkin spice lattes, I'm about to make a fall cocktail.
yeah. What do you?
Ew.
So, what are you making? What did you decide to make, and
Okay,
why?
so one of the cocktails that I'm going to make, I am calling the Earl because it has Earl Grey tea in it
Ooh,
That's
okay.
awesome.
and blackberries. And yeah, I think it's kind of a seasonally appropriate stepping into fall sort of drink. I practiced it the other night and great reviews from Andy, who's never had a bad thing
From
to
Leona
say.
Felix, Leona Felix raving about the
Really?
cocktail.
I don't know. When we made him those
Loved it.
lavender old fashions, he almost threw up. Remember that? When we used Wild Turkey 101, and he like and I honestly, I swear to God,
wait,
if he
is
didn't,
this a drink you made though?
no, you fucking loved it. I made it with your simple syrup.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Why did you decide to make this cocktail? What inspired it?
I really like to, when I'm making drinks, I like to make my own simple syrups. Like I grew lavender that year and I had my own lavender simple syrup. One of the other drinks, or the other drink I'm going to make tonight, is fig simple syrup is going to be in it. So I don't know, just using like stupid white girl fruit infusions. Great.
Yeah, that's going to be on the second episode. That second drink.
We're doing next. We have to wait. Okay.
Yeah, the fig one.
Stupid white girl
Fig
infusions.
All right, so why don't
That's
we?
what the episode's called. Stupid white girl infusions. Love it.
Sweatpants part 2.
It's what-
The
Well,
shacket returns.
It's happening.
You know what I'm excited about? This cocktail. So we should take a quick cocktail break.
And also a
Great
cracker
idea.
break.
Yeah, this cracker break is sponsored to you by, brought to you by Yeasty Boy Bread Co.
Thank you, Yeasty Boy.
Cracker break.
Cocktail break. Welcome back from Cracker Break. I just love Troy. I love Troy
Oh my
so much.
God, dude.
I haven't done that in a while. I felt good.
It's liberating.
I feel invigorated.
I was really hoping after you had surgery you wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
No, it's better than ever. I'm a fucking robot. Precision milled for speed and cracker breaks. All right.
This cracker break is brought to you by.
This cracker break is actually brought to you by Yeasty Boy Cracker and Bread Company. I like it. It should be a cracker company. Kyle, work on that. Yeasty Boy Bread Company, because they're fucking awesome. They actually sponsor our podcast. Thank you, Kyle and Courtney and everyone there. You're
We
amazing.
love you.
Now, I will try to do this justice. It's a little long, but not too long. A man walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Look, I don't want to make this weird, but you've got an amazing body. I work out all the time, and I could never get that jacked. But I can't help but notice, how can I put this? Your head is disproportionately small compared to your body. What's up with that?" The man says, "Well, let me tell you a crazy story. I was walking through the woods last week, and I hear this voice say, 'Hey, you!' So I look down, and all I see is a frog. Then that frog says, 'You probably won't believe this, but I'm not really a frog. I'm actually a beautiful sorceress who was turned into a frog by an evil witch. I can only be restored to my full beauty and power by a kiss from a stranger. So you'll do that for me, and I'll give you 3 wishes.' So I figured, what the hell? I gave that frog a kiss. Poof! She turned into the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. 'Thank you, kind stranger. What will be your 3 wishes?' 'I want to be rich,' I said. 'Poof! You're rich. What else?' 'I want the perfect body,' I said. Jacked. 'Poof! You've got that perfect body. What else?' 'How about a little head?'
Oh, wow.
Oh, is that a user submission?
Sure was.
From who?
That's pretty good.
Brent Marshall, at Brent Marshall on Instagram. And he sent in a comment saying, "Thanks, guys. Love the show. Keep up the good work."
Thanks, Brent. Matt's going to send you some liquor.
It only took like 3 months to get, or 2 months to get to.
Literally
Sorry.
made me and Troy belly laugh. That's
You're
the
really
goal.
gonna go back to the thing. You're like, wait, what? Oh, it's Brent Marshall is at Brent Marshall on Insta. All right.
Yeah.
Says, "Thanks, guys. Love the show. Keep up the good work."
Brent, go ahead and shoot me a DM, and I will we'll give you some choices from Matt's collection that we'll send you out a sample of. So
You got it.
making us laugh. But all right, Lindsay, what'd you
All
make
right.
us?
All right. I made you the Earl. So we've got some Four Roses. Which version of it?
Single barrel.
This 4 was a single
Single barrel.
Yep.
Bourbon in there. And we've got some Earl Grey tea, some of this pear liqueur that I've just been introduced to, which I'd also like to taste kind of separately to see what you guys think, and blackberry. So enjoy.
I know it's Tuesday night and everything, but it feels actually a little early in here, if you know what I mean.
Early.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if your next
Zing.
cocktail can be the toe jam, I really appreciate that. All you people out there, you know toe jam and Earl.
So I got to watch Lindsay make some cocktails. And for as good as drinks Lindsay makes, she doesn't measure.
Generally, no.
And
I did measure this one.
her shaking is literally just her going like this.
swirl.
Yeah, it's a swirl in the shaker.
Usually I shake. This is a swirl.
Okay.
It's a different night for me, really, but I don't know.
But there's no citrus in this, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't think it needs.
I was curious
A
about
shake?
like a brightness of a lemon or something, but
It'd
it
be
is
like,
it is dense. It is rich. It is like jammy.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like spiked tea, and I love it.
It tastes. It tastes like I went and got one of those 99-cent cans of like the raspberry iced tea. What is it? Arizona iced tea or whatever. And it's not raspberry specifically, but the Arizona iced tea.
It kind of tastes like the green tea ones from them. Like kind of.
Listen,
the sweetness is
the
perfect.
90s are back.
Did you brew the Earl Grey?
I asked her. She told me she grew the tea leaves herself in her bathroom.
And I read them.
Mm-hmm.
You read
afterwards.
them?
Yes.
The reason why this is really, it makes sense to me, is because Earl Grey comes from bergamot, the orange. It's like a green orange, which don't ask me why it's green, but it has such a distinct flavor. But I've never thought of incorporating that flavor into like a whiskey cocktail before. I don't know why.
It doesn't taste like whiskey at all either.
No, but it like it gives the bitterness, but it gives like this really, I don't know, bergamot I feel like has a bit of a pleasantly medicinal quality
bergamot
to it.
Is very interesting to me.
Yeah,
much more
me
interesting than most citrus.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I've never done anything else.
I'm going to Italy next summer. I'm just gonna pick bergamot.
Oh my god,
bring it back.
Yeah, I've never seen a fresh one in my life. So yeah,
I was drinking the cocktail and then I inhaled and smelled it like really deeply in the rosemary.
Oh,
and that is like
the rosemary is there for
beautiful.
Scent.
Yeah.
That
is a perfect pairing.
This pear.
Lovely.
Speaking of pairings, this pear liqueur in here, I think kind of makes the drink, in my opinion.
Can you pass me that bottle?
I don't have a pour spout down here for you to suck on it.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I know
the bourbon.
this producer, but I do not know this particular product because the one that I know isn't aged, but this clearly is, which is interesting.
It's like barrel aged.
I mean, it's dark, it's brown.
Yeah,
brown pear liquor. It's called Golden 8 by Massinez, which I've had their clear one. Is there a pear in here?
Oh, so usually
they have another one that is another version of it that has the pear in it.
Really? That's probably the one I'm thinking of.
Which is pricier, of course.
Isn't that one clear or is that one still brown?
The pear, but I thought, well, the pear's taking up a lot of room that alcohol could be in.
You have to break the glass and get the pear out after.
Well, you can't put it through the top, so I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
They should have like a trick door, like a trap door at the bottom. You can unscrew the pear out. I'm gonna hit them up about that. I have a great idea.
Trap door.
Yeah. That's a common bottle you can find on the shelf.
I do like that it's pear shaped. I mean,
that's true. I really like this, and I was liking it a lot, and then I smelled the garnish, and now I can't stop smelling the garnish while drinking the cocktail.
Yeah,
makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's nice. I feel like it's a nice, again, like intro into fall. You haven't hit your full wanting to have cider and everything yet, but you're kind of on that slope. It's the first week here that it's been kind of like, oh fuck, it's fall.
I went apple picking on Sunday.
Of course you did.
Well, all the good apples are already gone. Like what? The people have been doing it for like 2-3 weeks apparently. Yeah.
It's not even October yet.
I know. I had to get one of those huge the apple picker stick things.
Oh wow. Yeah. I bet Kate loves apple picking.
Loves it.
Yeah,
She's very good at it. She gets very enthused.
I kind of wish this was on a cube.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Is it because I swirled and didn't shake?
Probably.
It could be a little colder. I mean, yeah, genuinely, it could be a little colder.
Yeah.
But
you should have done the tossing technique. Have you seen that one?
All the way up, top to bottom.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, you throw it in between the shakers.
Oh yeah, you want it all over your kitchen, sure.
Wouldn't be the first time, probably.
Giving Earl a toss.
Tossing Earl.
Tossing Earl.
Tossing Earl's Grey. Oh boy. Anyway. Well, thank you. This is delicious.
It is delicious. It's a drinker.
Yeah.
I'm doing 100% drinker with the rosemary. It's verging on a thinker, but I'm going to straight drinker.
Yeah.
For the
this would be like a great brisk morning.
I think you said a brisk morning. I was like, dude, I'm getting a brisk.
And a brisk iced tea, no pun intended.
Okay.
But like a brisk fall morning, like brunch cocktail.
Also
just
great
wake
for
up.
A
I say if you're having a brisk, get one of these.
You can't day drink if you don't start drinking in the morning, right? Yeah. You can't day drink if you don't start in the morning, right? This would be like the perfect start your day drinking.
This would be good to have on a crisp fall day on the golf course.
I'd have this next to a cup of coffee with my breakfast.
Yeah.
I could put this in a in a
helmet
and like a Yeti and bring it on the course. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Someone asked us, iced tea. It's pear iced tea.
I wonder how this would pair with lemonade.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Arnold Palmer.
This is an Arnold Palmer with that lemon, the little citrus.
Because fuck vodka. That's why.
Yeah.
Vodka blows.
Earl Palmer.
Earl Palmer.
Arnold Earl
cousin.
Palmer.
The tossed Earl Palmer.
So one of the things that I've been told about my cocktails before, and tell me whether or not this holds up to that standard, is that they are incredibly dangerous because you can't really taste the booze.
I
don't
was gonna
taste any
ask how
booze.
much bourbon was in here.
An ounce and a half per drink.
Doesn't even taste that way.
100 proof bourbon too.
It tastes like there's nothing in here but juice.
I
And tea.
taste the pear liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it checks
But,
out.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Well-
There is a vodka cocktail that I make, but I'm probably not allowed to talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah, you can't make vodka.
vodka's not allowed in here.
Nope.
No
I-
commies here, please.
I do have before we get to the end of this, I do have to do our new thing we started, which is rapid fire questions
Oh,
for
okay.
our guests.
Oh yeah.
God.
So let me finish this delicious cocktail.
Oh, let me have a sip.
You don't have to drink the whole
Look at
thing.
you.
I do.
Matt.
That's really. I
Look
really.
at
I
you.
really enjoyed that.
Okay, good.
It's a simple sipper.
Overachieving.
Every
over
time
there.
we're at work and we're talking about it, it's like, Matt, if we film 2 episodes tonight, I don't want to have fucking 9 drinks. And he's like, you don't have to finish them, Anthony. And it's like, yes, I do. I have a big
I do
mouth.
if-
I take big sips.
I do if they're good. It's just like it is just juicy and like oily and just like it's just. I think I'm thirsty genuinely, and I think that's like just hitting the spot. Anyway,
Water sucks.
all right, rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I haven't pre-read any of these, but they were user submitted
Oh, good.
by our thousands and thousands and millions of fans on YouTube. Check out YouTube. Subscribe. Ready?
No.
Okay. Do you have your own Netflix account or do you use somebody else's?
I think that Andy signed up for it, so I guess
Yeah, all right. That counts if it's
it's mine.
spouse.
It's ours.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Drinking.
Okay. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I hate karaoke.
Perfect answer.
Great answer.
What is your
It's a
last Google
fucking
search?
Bad answer.
My last what?
Google search.
Well, I told someone else to Google search something
That
today
counts.
at work, which was a problem in Adobe Illustrator that they were having. It's really boring.
Love it. Love it. This is too real.
No. I know what my last Google search was. Ukulele.
Perfect.
Yep.
What was your last impulse buy?
The pear liqueur.
All right. What a celebrity annoys you the most?
Oh, God. It used to be Taylor Swift, but she's come around.
Everyone hated her, now loves her.
She's great.
And now I used to
just
love
had an
her, and now I
arc.
fucking don't anymore.
What?
I didn't say hate her.
What's the weirdest thing your pet does?
Oh, God. Let's see. Monk.
Good name. You can have a list.
I guess licking your own penis isn't
Yeah.
weird if you're a dog. But he does sniff when he farts. He
Hey.
goes back there and smells.
Time out. It's only
Goes
weird if
back
you're a
there.
dog to lick your own penis.
Well, it's only doable if you're
I
a
mean,
dog.
I've seen people do
Oh
it.
my God.
Okay.
If your pet could talk, what would it say about you?
She's the fucking coolest.
Nice. What mythical creature would you believe was real?
A phoenix.
What world record do you think you have a shot at beating?
Oh my God,
These are hard
really
questions.
hard
These
to
are
think
not easy.
of.
Yeah.
What world record could I beat? I can't be the fastest at anything. Absolutely not. Not great at throwing. Mm-mm. Can I pass?
Yep.
I have no idea.
You sure can.
Yeah.
Last question, user submitted. Have you ever planned a prank months in advance?
No.
All right.
Fuck.
That was the wrong.
There it is.
You nailed it, Anthony. You really
Really,
nailed
I
it.
can't
Gotta
see the
memorize
buttons
it.
anymore.
Planned a prank
Yeah, you
once
said
in
it's better that
advance?
they're upside down.
Yeah,
No.
fuck off.
But the people wanted to know, so
Listen, I did used to, with a girl that worked with me, we have mannequins at work at being a fashion company. So we have like dress form mannequins, and I would put one behind her chair while she was working, and then I sat across from her, and I just wait for her to turn around and be really scared by it. That was a lot of fun.
do you guys have like a senior prank? Did you do a senior prank thing in school?
We did at school, but I remember the first 2 people in my class that did something. They were like putting stuff on doorknobs and I don't know, doing dumb shit like that. They got in like a lot of trouble.
We
and
got
no
in
one else did
trouble.
anything.
And we got like a couple thousand Solo cups and filled them all with water and then filled the entire school floor with Solo cups filled with water. and then just left.
That's kind
And
of
then
amazing.
People came in the morning and they couldn't walk
you
around
know
the
what
school.
was a great
It was a
prank that I
fire
did
hazard?
once? This kind of seems like this. I was at a party with a friend of mine, and it was a Halloween party, and we were about to leave, and we just turned the heat up to 90 and then rolled out.
I like that one.
That's
amazing.
fucked up.
Everyone's like, God, I'm hot in this
And they don't even
costume."
own the house. And their parents like, fuck, guys, I'm a college kid. I can't afford this shit.
That's fucked.
And on that note,
That was great.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this one here. If you're watching us or if you're listening to us on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. We greatly appreciate that. Share with your friends. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, please like there. 5-star reviews are huge for us. Even if you don't fucking like us, you're never going to listen to us ever again. Hit the 5-star review or you know what happens. You know what happens. I kill your family. And ironically enough, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts of all time. The only podcast I listen to besides ours is called Talking Giants. It's Bobby Skinner and Justin Pennick from the New York Giants podcast. And the other day they were talking about how 5-star reviews are huge for them. And Bobby Skinner threatened to kill his audience. So I'm not the only one.
No, he didn't.
I swear to God, I almost sent it to you. I'm not the only one. But I've
That's
sent Bobby.
actually amazing.
Bobby knows our podcast,
That's
so maybe
amazing.
he stole it from me. Who knows? Thank you, Bobby Skinner. I like you. Anyway,
He does?
yeah. He goes back and forth with me. Anyway, we're not talking about this right now.
Okay.
But yeah, please keep doing what you're doing. We've had a ton of traffic lately. We greatly appreciate it. To kind of boost up the YouTube thing, we want to get to 1K subscribers on there, and we want to get there quick. We're going to be doing a pretty ridiculous giveaway. Follow along on Instagram if you're not already, and we'll talk about that soon. But when I say ridiculous giveaway, there's going to be probably a really cool allocated bottle that you're never going to find on there. We're going to give away a couple samples. We're going to give away a Stinker Drinker Thinker swag pack. And we're going to send you some nudes of Troy. So,
Can I enter?
yes.
yeah, you can.
You actually can, yes.
Yeah, for the nudes or for the liquor?
I mean, it's a whole package, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
better
the
believe it.
whole package.
Yes. Lindsay,
I'm
we
in it for
have
the
a
package.
little tradition with guests here.
Okay.
You have to lead us out.
You know,
Oh.
you know how to yodel? Have you done the yodel?
Have you ever heard me? Well, okay.
You do something like that?
Yodel-a-yoo.
That's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now when we count to 3, you have to do it again, though.
Yeah.
Really?
And do it louder.
We're going to put her on the spot by herself or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
1, loud as fuck. 2, 3.
Yodel-a-yoo.